would say the scene, as you're coming into town, one of the favorite rides in would be either from 355 from the north to the south or Lamont Road. Obviously the first thing you're going to notice are the steeples. And I like that because that is really the presence that I see. Being on the clergy team and the police chaplain, faith is obviously number one in my life. So to know I'm in a community that's a priority. We have 14 churches here in town. So I think that's a unique division right here. I would say for me, from my eyes, if I look at this community and I see all the churches and the churches that work together, once you get to know the community, you realize that the churches join together, whether it be on Hope and Friendship projects or pantry outreaches, then it becomes really a community of compassion. Hope and Friendship started with Christmas 2005. It was a dinner that pulled together on a church that's now closed with resources from volunteers for those that didn't have a place to go on Christmas Day. And that came from the fact that Thanksgiving in 2005 was the first Thanksgiving that we had to process without my father, who had passed away from cancer. So those opened my eyes to that fact that there are people that on holidays don't have a place to go. So driving around Lamont, I wanted to see on Thanksgiving night, where were there places that you could go if you didn't have a family in the area. And there were only 2 local pubs that were open. Pulling together a Christmas dinner on that day, with only 2 weeks to do it, we had 12 people come, and we had other people we went and delivered food to afterwards. From there, this coming Christmas will be the 12th Hope and Friendship Christmas dinner. We now deliver the food to the homes so that they can enjoy a cooked dinner in home on Christmas. On Thanksgiving, which we just finished, we give the food to a family so they can prepare it. On Christmas, we do it and kind of give it as an extra gift. There's a small degree of separation from those that can help to those that need help. And I've been on that level before. So to know that we have people in this community that need help, at least have been knocked to the mat and could just use a hand to pull back up, we have 95% of those that can do that. For example, we'll take the Christmas outreach. That only comes together from multiple organizations, churches, and people that make it happen. Today, just before I came here, I picked up 22 turkeys donated by a business that'll be held in a freezer of another business until right before Christmas. A group of men volunteer to deep fry the turkeys. A group of volunteers come out and help pack them. Churches collect items needed for care boxes that go out on Christmas Day. It's an entire community event, and that just comes together only because the dynamics of a community that really do care about here, first and foremost, the needs right here in the corner of the world that they live in. The volunteer basis continues, one is the dynamics of the people of Lamont. I mean, we have a beautiful, compassionate community here. I've been here for more than 22 years, so it's hard to say that it's unique, but it definitely does feel like it. So we have a lot of people that just want to do and want to be active, kids all the way up to seniors. To keep them coming back, I will share stories after I've asked somebody if I can share a story, and that helps people know that the needs are here, they're being met, and they're only being met because they've willing to come together to meet them. And also engaging people so they can see the needs. On last Saturday when we did the turkey giveaway, and on Christmas Day when we go to 70-some homes, they're actually the people delivering it. And there's nothing like being able to offer a turkey to somebody right here that's one of your neighbors that otherwise may not have afforded it or have struggled to do so. Volunteers is innumerable. We, in a year's time, there's an event at least once a month. At this time of year, there's multiple ones. So some people come and appear only for the Christmas or the Thanksgiving outreaches. Some help me with the kids' outreaches through the summer, where we do Mission Stay, where we have Yay Day, take them into a ballpark, or some are there for the prom dresses or the lunches for the homeless. So there are some that are at many of the events, but some that come to maybe just a few. We could have 15 to 20 events a year, so it's a hard count. Check us out and keep up on what we're doing on www.hopeandfriendshipfoundation.com, the Facebook page, Hope and Friendship Ministries, or info@hopeandfriendshipfoundation.com. I keep the website up as current as we have with the events that are coming out. There are pictures and videos of other things we've done, and I think you'll find out everything you need to know about reaching out through here. It truly is a village organization that unites a lot of people, so you don't have to be on one sector or another organization or a group. You just come by yourself. I would love to have anybody. It's a hands and feet, and we need more hands and feet.
I would say
There's hands-on. Everything I label as hands and feet. Everything we do is a matter of an action or an outreach. So whether it be the lunch making, which will come up in February, where we make more than 200 lunches for homeless shelters or seniors here in the community, and it's just as simple as making peanut butter sandwiches and packing them up. Or if it's over the summer where I need help with EA days, where we gather at a park and have lunch and playtime with kids. And it's kids playing with kids and becoming role models. So those ages are important. Or when we get to the holidays or the winter clothing giveaway. Those items are a matter of if they're able to get involved, they really just have to be able to be present. I don't need to sign up for them. I don't need to know you're coming. I tell you what the event is, and whoever shows up is a part of it. So we can have hundreds, as we do on some of these, or just a matter of a handful, and every time it just makes it happen. And then getting ready, I shift right from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and literally today, I dropped off paperwork. One church is adopting 8 of the families that are most at need, and they're going to meet those needs. So I dropped that paperwork off, picked up 22 turkeys. It's just a matter of, I spend my entire day, besides the 2 day jobs, going around to people that want to help. And at this time it is easier. Then I have times in the summer where I need more people to come out and join at the park and let the kids play, because unfortunately, just on a side note, our kids don't get, if they don't have funds to be able to play organized sports and to get out and do things, there's not a lot for them to do. Have this where you can meet a couple times a summer and gather at the park. The kids that are coming for community service wind up having so much fun that they just keep coming back, and the kids that are there because they have nobody else to gather with follow them as role models. So when one of the high school football players shows up, they're like God to them. It's really cool.
Oh, well, very cool.
And you can look at the geographics and the numbers of Lamont, and we have just under 5% at poverty level. But then you have those that, like today, when I'm dealing with, you have a health issue, or I have a family with a child with cancer, that puts you from where you were able to help before to becoming one.
Yeah.
So I use that expression as a small degree of separation from those that have the ability to help to then becoming ones that help. And then on the other exchange, we can lift back up and help back. So like today, paying that rent. She offered her husband's an electrician and a plumber. Anytime anyone needs any help, she goes, let me know so he can go out and help them.
That truly...
Because of the fact that there are some that abuse those organizations that help. Even organizations have abused themselves, and we've seen that. But this is definitely, there's not a dollar that goes into any kind of salary, and I can attest to that. and it is truly one that is self-sustaining our community. So to be able to keep speaking of needs like today without making people, even it took me a few years to stop. I was delivering everything myself just because I was protecting people. So just to be able to get to that point where I had to trust that people would not violate other people's privacy, then that's something. But this community has done that. A dodgeball, but the event is, that's a fun one, and we have that at the core. And I started that years ago. I actually started with just 4 teams: a village hall team, fire, police, and a high school team, and the high schoolers won.
Oh.
But the village, every adult that has wanted to play dodgeball since they were a kid started that, and that's on December 15th. So I already have Sitco teams signed up. Public Works has a team, and I do that is to launch into Christmas, to make people aware that in 10 days I'm going to be doing Christmas, and I need cleaning products, personal care items, and paper products. So I use that as a launch, but it's a fun event, and we don't do anything to help anybody, just collect items, and people come out and get pelted. But Christmas, yes. Christmas Day is when I do the food, and before Christmas on the 21st is when we make the care boxes.
Okay.
And there's a lot of donations needed for that. And then after that, launches into the next event. We'll be doing fundraiser for Child for Cancer, and we'll go into lunches in February. So yeah, you go see all that on there. In fact, what we did is I listed we spent just the 2 of us, and then we wound up Christmas Day was she attended with a couple other families, and some people had gone through a divorce or just didn't have a place to go, and had a wonderful Christmas meal together on Christmas 2005. For here, we have prom dresses that we collect for the month prior to it, and then 6 weeks before prom, we will have prom dress giveaway. The giveaway is to those that are at need here in the community. So if they're certified from the pantry or the township, they're able to get a certificate for it. Otherwise, they're made affordable to those that would like to save money. So we have dresses that are brand new or worn once that they could purchase for $20. It's a great, or you walk in and you see nothing but gorgeous gowns that are just barely used, and they're able to get life again. So a lot of them have gone out, been used, and even come back. So it's a great project, a lot of fun, and a lot of the girls enjoy coming back each year just to see what's on the racks. You know what, it is, and that's the same as most every other outreach that we do. There's a lot of, just looking at what we have back in '05, thinking about that we have surplus here in many of the homes, but yet we have quite a few homes that are struggling. When my daughter went to prom and we started shopping, there was a real small amount that I was able to tell her that she could spend, and it's very hard to get a really nice dress for that small amount. So if they had had that back then, she would have had a gorgeous dress for $20. So now it's just a matter of we have people that have those in their closet, and we're able to put them on girls that would like to have them. Even if you could afford a dress, why would you spend $400 when you can come in and offer $20 to the foundation? So I guess it came from a need that we had to look at, and it wasn't there when I was looking for it, and then now we're able to do it for those that would like to use it.